Hey everybody, this is Tambeyoda, and I'm back with another Transformers video review. This time I have Botcon 2016 Beast Wars Megatron. I'm really happy I can bring this to you. Another fellow reviewer actually allowed me to borrow this so I can review it and bring it to you guys. Thank you very much. If you want to guess to who let me borrow it, I'm not going to tell you his name, but I'll let you know that it begins with a P and ends with A. So, thank you very much. This figure right here, it's actually molded from, or uses the mold for the Robots in Disguise Megatron Galvatron figure. All they did was they just added a new head and gave it some new colors. And I think it really suits it very well. This guy, he's actually supposed to be Transmetal 2 Megatron. So that's his dragon form that was later on in the Beast Wars cartoon, which he went from a T-Rex to a Transmetal T-Rex. Then he fell in that lava pit whenever he had Prime Spark, and he fell in there, and then he was transformed into Dragon Megatron. So this is supposed to be kind of a new concept for that. Alright, so this guy coming in his bag, he comes with a couple of things. So he has his little biotech spec card right here. Everything is tins. He has his bio right here, so you can actually pause and read that at your own leisure. He comes with his double weapon, sword, spear, gun thing. You can actually, if you take this little purple bulb right here and you press down on it, it'll actually fire off this missile portion. You just put it in here. It's actually just a friction missile. There's no spring in there or anything. So you have, if you can see in there, there's two type of tab type things that hold it in place, and then whenever you push this down, it then pushes it forward and then pushes it past those so that it fires out. So I'll show that off a little bit more later on. And then we have his super teeny tiny instructions here. This is crazy right here. I don't even know if you'll even be able to wow, I can actually read it this close up. I probably have recorded and then looked at, because like just with my naked eye, it's really hard to read this thing. So it's actually kind of cool. Use your camera for magnification next time. That's a lesson learned there. Alright, so this is him in his robot mode. We're going to go ahead and go through other modes. We'll come back to this mode later on and we'll show that off, because this is yeah, the best mold, the crown jewel for this mold. Alright, so I don't know if I said it earlier, but he only has 5 of his modes. They didn't use the bat mode, or at least for the instructions. You can still get him into that mode, but you're not going to have the proper head for it, because it doesn't have the little piece that comes up over his head. I'm not really going to show that off because I didn't put it in the instructions. I know it's there on some different websites and stuff, so you can see pictures of people putting them in there. But for this review, I'm not really going to go into that. So we'll start off first in his two-headed dragon mode. So we'll start off with the feet. So the feet make the heads. So you do this right here and you flip these together, and then you flip this back. And the guy that actually let me borrow this, he actually mixed up some colors and then painted in the eyes already. One of the sticker sets for Magnaboss, it actually came with decals for the eyes, and I think it came with some decals for his shoulders. If I do remember correctly, I do have the decals. They're just not available to me right now. They're off someplace. I'm not really sure, but he did a good job on that. He did a really good job. And then also he put some furniture polish on this this chrome to kind of keep from flaking off. He had heard some rumors of flaking and such, so he went ahead and did that to kind of keep it from potentially coming off at some point. So it gives it a little bit of a I don't know if that's an original kind of thing, but there's a little bit of, like, if you look at it, there's a little bit of a swirl in there, and I do believe that's from the polish, but I'm not 100% sure. See, there's a kind of a bit of a cloud right there. But there's the legs right there. So we'll take this, flip the head down, and close this back up. And then we'll bring this out. And this pops off really easily. I didn't see it happen in his video, but I've done it plenty of times. Come on, there we go. Alright. And that'll snap into there. I think we leave it like that. These flip around. I do believe that this comes up onto here. These arms flip around. These arms, they give me kind of the most trouble out of everything. They seem to be going really well right now, but usually when I go and try to put them back in, I have some kind of issue with it. This. That tabs into there, like that. I'm trying to remember here. No, this goes up here. Okay. Leave that there. Just go down. You'll extend the arm by rotating this, and then it pushes the hand up in there. So we'll do that to the side also. I'm going to go like this, rotate this around like this. There we go. And there is Dragon mode. Very nice mode. Right, so you can take his weapons, and they fit on every single mode. So every single mode has a place for his weapons. And these will actually tab onto the back here. So. The mouthpieces do open up. Mainly that's because of transformation. They do flip open for that. His wings extend out. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, so for his second mode is going to be his jet mode. So what we do is we take this, flip this around, and this is going to be the cockpit of the jet right here. So we pull these off. We take this, and this comes back around like this and clips into there. Do believe that is correct. And these come down like this, and then the legs then rotate around. And there's a secondary joint in here. See, there's a joint right here. So what you're going to do is, I know my hand's in the way, but you'll see in just a moment. The secondary joint right there. This rotates around up to like that, and we'll do it with this side down. Rotate this around. go. Right. Some of these modes are a little bit fiddly also, so you know you have to bear in mind on that. And then these, oh man, I forgot about the arms. Come on, go back in. Go in. Oh, good. It's not fighting me today. This one is. This one's gonna fight me. There we go. Alright, so that's in. Now this, we just go like this. This, bring it down here, rotate this around, bring this down. Put this back up. Sorry about that, I'm trying to keep all this on the camera. Alright. Now, like I said, it's kind of fiddly, but come on, go up. Alright, so here's jet mode. So he does have a landing gear right here. You can flip this out. Come on out. Just push that down, flip that back up. And then you can have that down on the ground, sort of like this. If you want to, you can do it like that also. I think that's supposed to be a proper if you do it like that, then you get more of a straight type of landing gear, or the plane then is straight. These attach to the side right here. There's some tabs or some little pegs, and there's the holes right there. Holes right in here. Come on, go up one more. There we go. Alright, cool. There we go, and there he is in his jet mode. Alright, so now going from his jet mode, we can go to his sports car dragster type mode. And to do this, bring these out. Okay, this flips over, and then this becomes the cockpit for that. Flip these back in, take these off. And this is going to come around and flip like that and then tab into there. And this becomes kind of the front wheeled section of the Batmobile looking thing. I think it kind of looks like a Batmobile because of the wings. But, I'm sorry. So many molds, it's kind of hard to remember, or so many modes, it's kind of hard to remember all of them exactly. Okay, that comes down here, this flips down like that. Okay. Okay. Because these have to become the wheels. And it's kind of like with the jet mode, where they kind of go like this, and then this tab here, this goes like this, rotates this away. I think I gotta go one more up. Okay. I end up having to fiddle with this a little bit to get it all locked into place anyways. There, and then we have this tab right here. It tabs into the leg. Okay. I don't remember how these go. We'll just put them like this for right now. And these tab onto here to kind of hide this mess. Alright, I have this right. I think I got this now. Okay, that goes down here, that flips down here. Oh, bumped the camera. I think that's about right. I think that's it. They get a little stuck, the wheels. They do, you can see they're rolling on here. So, well, like I said, this is the dragster mode. And a lot of these are kind of, as Pia put it, a lot of these are really, God, what were the words that he used? They were very, very, a lot of imagination is involved with these. They're very kind of concept-y kind of things where it's not, it doesn't look exactly like the real thing. You know, this is not what a real dragster looks like. They used a lot of, they had to use a lot of imagination to come up with these molds. So it's not 100% spot on, especially when you have a 6 changer or a 5 changer, or even when it gets into the 11 changer kind of thing that it is with all the fan modes and different things. So alright, so last mode I'm going to show off before we go back to robot mode is the hand mode. So this one's kind of, it's not that bad. It's, so we pull this open right here, and then we want to go back into this kind of arrangement right here. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to take and extend everything out. So we want to extend this out. I'm trying to remember which. Okay, this is going to be the underside, so this is going to be where the hand is, the palm, basically. And then we want to extend out this piece right here, so I got to get it. Okay. Okay. Put these down. And then you can see these are like 4-finger type things. So that, flip this up, and then this tail portion then becomes the thumb. So you flip this out, flip this up like this, and then you slide it all the way over to this side. But you gotta get this all the way up. Slide this all the way over here, And then if you go like this, then it becomes a thumb. So once again, it takes a lot of imagination to bring this to life. All right, so it does have its feature on here. It has the grasping feature type thing, and we can also do that. So you have this whole thing. This comes undone whenever you do it sometimes. So you have this. It's basically a geared section in the waist that whenever you pull this part up, then it bends this down, and it's on some kind of spring because it comes back up whenever you let go. So, but that's supposed to be his grasping hand mode type thing. So, all right. So back to what I consider the best mode, the robot mode here. So basically, pull that head out like that. Not too much of a, not too tough of a thing to do. You got to make sure that this is all clipped in so that this will go back up and then tab into there. So you got the shoulder pads. Flip the shoulder pads up. Flip this back in. It will tab into these two tabs, and then this right here will actually go into this portion right here to hold the arms into place. I'm gonna just flip that back up to get the arms or the hands. I didn't realize I had his hands upside down. I don't know if that's something that PI accidentally did. It was just with that one hand. That's weird. Okay, I'll blame it on him. So this is his figure. All right. Okie dokie. All right, so we're done here. This is him in his robot mode here, and yeah, we can't see his head. So let me bring up the camera. Try to get this into a better focus. It's weird. Oh, maybe because yeah, I moved the camera a little bit. Very, very nice figure. I'm gonna say, if I would have been smart and I would have bought it whenever it was at the $150 mark, you know, I would have been all right now. But you know, with a figure as nice as this, $600, no. Especially when it went for around, I think it was like $85 at the show. So I'm not going to get into all that stuff. I can go on forever about that, but let's just say this won't be in my collection anytime soon. So we do have the weapons here, so you can do a couple things. You can have it out like this, where it's connected to both hands. So you can have two weapons, like so. Or you can make it a spear type weapon by connecting the two pieces together. And you have that option. Either way, man, dude, this thing is really, really nice. So I agree, this thing is the jewel of 2016. Everything else kind of fell flat, but this thing, they did a really good job on it. I guess really quick, we'll look at some of the articulation on this guy, since I haven't done a review on this figure before. Coming up here to the shoulders, well, we'll come to the head. The head, I don't think it's on any kind of ball joint. It's just on a turny type of thing. And here, let me get this in close so you can see this head. This is a very nice head. It even has the Predacon symbol up there. It's a little smushed in, but it is there, and it has a lot of detail on it. And you can see on the back of the head there's detail. So they didn't skimp on this this head mold at all. You know, there were some pretty bad head molds in this set with Tigertron and with Ravage. Those things are terrible. I don't know why they thought that would be okay, but when I do those reviews, I'll probably go in a little bit more on that. But this thing, it does have his jewel in there, and I can't tell what that is. I think it's a dragon. I'm not 100% sure what is actually in there. I was trying to figure that out. It looks like a Triceratops, but that's just me. So coming here to the shoulders, you go forward, you can go back, and then there's a outward joint in here that allows you to go out. It only goes about out that far, because then it gets hindered by the shoulder bits right here. Then there's a pivot right here, elbow joint, and then you can also pivot the hand. There's nothing at the waist because it all connects together because of the crunch motion for the hand. And then at the waist here you have forward and back. These are very stiff, so I don't like to move it out, which isn't as stiff. Then you have the twist right here. You have your knee, which is on a ratchet, and then you have a ball joint for the ankle. So you can twist it. You can twist it this way, tilt it up and down. You have different. You have another joint here for the dragon head portion that allows you to move this independent of the front and back of the foot, I guess I could say. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for this review. Don't forget to check out all my other reviews. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. I am also on Facebook, so you can find me there. This has been Tambeyoda, and I'll see you guys next time.